Good afternoon, boys. Today I am going to explain you how to perform the experiment based on Ohm's law. So here the aim of the experiment will be to verify Ohm's law. And you have already studied in your theory that according to Ohm's law, the current flowing in a circuit is directly proportional to the potential difference, provided the physical conditions and the temperature remains the same. So we are going to make use of it and will be verifying this through this experiment. The formula used is going to be R is equal to V upon I. That means the ratio of V and I will always be a constant, which is going to be the value of the resistance, right? Or the modified form of the Ohm's law formula I have written there also. V is equal to I into R, where R is the resistance, V is the potential difference and I is the current. To use the observation table, the very small observation table, what we need here now, for the readings, we'll have to note down the voltmeter reading. That means the reading of potential difference, which will be read by the voltmeter. The reading of current, which the ammeter will be reading. And the ratio of the two, V and I, V upon I, that ratio will be calculating, and that is going to be the value of the resistance. We'll keep on changing the voltmeter reading and ammeter reading by making use of a rheostat, so that the amount of current can be varied in the circuit, and we'll find that even though we are changing the value of current, we find the ratio of V and I will always be a constant, as I have shown in the observation table. That means for all readings, the ratio of V and I will be a constant value. That is equal to the resistance offered by the resistor which we have put in the circuit. In the result, you will be simply writing, since the ratio is coming out to be a constant, this verifies the Ohm's law, and that we'll be doing after observations and all. We'll conclude this. For your circuit diagrams, a general circuit diagram for the Ohm's law verification I have drawn for you. I'm indicating all the apparatus here. Now this is a cell. I can use a battery. We are using a cell, so I have drawn a cell here with positive point and the negative point, positive electrode and the negative electrode. There's a ammeter having the positive and the negative end shown. This is a resistor which is offering the resistance in the circuit. There's a position of voltmeter with plus and minus indicated clearly. There's a rheostat which is going to change the value of the current in the circuit. So what we are going to do, there's a pointer shown over there. By changing the position of the pointer from here to here, we can vary the amount of current in the circuit, so that we get different values of voltmeter reading and the ammeter reading. This is a key, right, which will allow the current or stop the current. That is on and off key we are using here. Small simple key we are using in the circuit, so that I can stop the flow of the current, I can allow the flow of the current. Now once you set up your arrangement like this, we'll be performing the experiment, right? You'll get the reading of voltmeter and ammeter. In this case, remember that ammeter is going to be attached in series and the voltmeter is going to be attached in parallel, right? That's always, remember this. In your structure, if you concentrate clearly, these lines, whatever I have shown in the circuit diagram, these are indicating the connecting wires. Now when I'll connect the circuit, I'll inform you there again. By taking the readings, if we plot a graph between potential difference and current, all those values whatever I have written in the observation table, if you plot them, you'll find on plotting the value of potential difference and current, there will be a straight line obtained. Now while drawing the graph, again remember, best 3 points you are joining to make it into a straight line. For your calculations, you are going to use the same formula, R is equal to V upon I. I have taken the first reading for calculation. So 0.8 divided by 0.4 my value of resistance comes out to be 2 ohm, right? So based on these values, these observations, whatever are there in the observation table, you will keep on doing the calculation. By chance, your readings vary little bit. Then you will be taking the average value of the resistance at the end. By calculating, average value of the resistance is equal to sum of the readings divided by the number of observations you have taken. Same as you are doing in the other experiments. Now let's focus on how exactly you are going to do your experiment. Now one by one I am just giving you the indication of all the apparatus. This is a resistor, right? This is a resistor. I have used 2 ohm resistor here. The known resistor has been used. This is the key. Now meanwhile the key is open. Now if I have to close the key, close the circuit, I will be putting this key inside, right? Then only the flow of current will be taking place. Otherwise, meanwhile there is a broken circuit here in the key. This is a cell I am using, having positive and the negative end. Positive with the red color is shown and black one with this is a negative end of the cell. There is an apparatus shown as ammeter, and ammeter, you will be seeing the pointer over there. There is a positive end of the ammeter and there is a negative end of the ammeter. A for ammeter, A for ampere, which measures current. This is a voltmeter. Again, this is a positive end of the voltmeter, this is a negative end, and V for volts, V for potential difference. So a voltmeter is used to measure the potential difference. Now this is a rheostat used, which is connected in the circuit so that I can vary the current. So there is a knob here. I will keep on shifting it from one point to another point, and based on this I will find the value of the voltmeter reading and the ammeter reading will change, or the value of potential difference and current will vary. So this is for showing the variation of current in the circuit. How to have the connection? This is a cell. The positive of the cell has been attached to the positive of the ammeter. The negative of the ammeter has been connected to the resistor, right? And one end of the resistor has been connected with the voltmeter in parallel. Now these two are in parallel to the voltmeter. The resistor, two portions of the resistor, they are parallel to the voltmeter. This has been connected. Then the second end of the resistor are connected to the rheostat, and in the rheostat, if you see carefully, there is one upper end, one is lower end. If one wire I am connecting from the top end, the other wire will go from the low end, because when we have the wire wrapped around in the rheostat, it is going to be this way. So from the top, if I am starting, it is going to end up on the low end. That's the reason the connections are going to be done like that. The second end of the the rheostat, I am connecting with a key, right? This key, and the other end of the key is attached to the negative of the cell. So this way, when you are going to have the circuit connected, you will be able to take your reading. These all wires which I have used, these are the connecting wires, right? In your diagram, we have shown the diagram with straight lines so that it looks impressive. Otherwise, the connections are with the help of these connecting wires which have been shown here, right? Now when I put this key in the key and I just change the position, see carefully, you can see the pointer moving, right? You can see the value. The pointers are moving, right? You can see that clearly, both in the voltmeter and ammeter, the readings can be seen very clearly. See the pointer? So for one reading, we are finding certain value of voltmeter and there is certain reading shown in the ammeter. So key is closed and we have a circuit and the current is flowing in the circuit at a particular potential difference. I remove the key and I change the position of the rheostat. And then again I put the key and I'll find my value of the resistance, so the voltmeter reading and the ammeter reading is going to change, right? See that carefully. Now the reading has changed. The reading is changing in both the apparatus and so on. So I'll keep on changing the position of the rheostat, and accordingly I'll find the value of the current and the value of potential difference will be shown changing in the apparatus, right? Voltmeter and ammeter accordingly will be finding. And anytime we are taking the reading, make sure after taking one of the reading, you remove the key so that too much of consumption of the energy from the cell is not there and you are able to do the complete experiment easily. Otherwise, if you keep it on, then you might have the battery going down and later readings you can't take. So take these precautions while performing your experiment, and I hope you are clear about the experiment. Now I'll say this experiment you need for theory as well as for practical. So please concentrate on Ohm's law verification properly, right? Thank you, boys.